Hey everyone, Mark Hall here from Knockbreda Parish Church, and if you've been following along on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel, you'll know that we've been putting together different videos on different verses and parts of the Bible. But from now on, we're going to do things a little bit differently, because Bill and I are going to start a new series on the book of Proverbs. Now, the book of Proverbs typically isn't the book in the Bible that people are most familiar with, but the book of Proverbs is really a collection of short, snappy little sayings that give us broad and general insights into how to live wisely in God's world, with a wisdom which, as we'll see, is ultimately fulfilled in the wisest person of all, the person of Jesus Christ. So each day we're going to put out in each video just one proverb and think through that proverb, so that as we think it through and embrace the truths of what it's saying, we may live wisely in this world. So here's the first to kick us off. Here's the first proverb, and let's take it from Proverbs 10 verse 1. It says this. It says, "A wise son makes a glad father, but a foolish son is a sorrow to his mother." Now, this proverb speaks of a father and a mother, and although it could be drawing a contrast, it's more likely to just be a poetic way of speaking about parents. And what it's saying is, living wisely brings gladness to parents. It brings gladness to your loved ones, or the ones we're called to love. Now, we live in a very individualistic culture, and it's very easy to think of ourselves individualistically. But what this proverb says is that wisdom, living wisely, is not just living for yourself or your own benefit, but it's also thinking through how your life may bring gladness to your parents, to your loved ones, ultimately to those we are called to love. What does that mean? How is it that we can live wisely? Well, really, that's a short way of saying live according to the Bible. Live out the truths that the Bible calls us to live to, which is exactly what Jesus did. Because when Jesus lived on earth, the Bible tells us he lived according to every jot and tittle of the Bible. And when he did, he didn't just bring gladness to his earthly parents as he won salvation for his people, but the Bible tells us he brought joy to his heavenly Father, who delighted in all that he was and all that he did. How can we live wisely in June 2020 in the midst of a lockdown? We can live not just for ourselves, but for the gladness of others, our loved ones, the ones we're called to love. How? Live out the Bible. Live according to how the Bible has called us to live. And how might we be able to? By turning to the one who did. And in Jesus. And in trusting him and relying upon him in his strength. We may not win salvation for our loved ones, as Jesus did, but we may live out our salvation. Live according to the salvation that he has won for us, and speak out that salvation so as to direct people to Jesus, who will bring gladness, bringing joy to our Father in heaven.